Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. Today is Monday, November the 1st, 2010, and like we do every night, it's time to look at the markets. Check it out. Okay, let's start off today looking at the NASDAQ. She was down 2.5 points by the close, but intraday she was up, she was flat, she was down, she bounced back. The same thing across the board in the US. Ultimately, we just kind of closed flat, split fashion with the NASDAQ down, the Dow Jones up, but it's all a matter of everyone's playing the Fed news right now. It's everything that's got to do with anything is the Fed right now. The problem is none of that will actually change the fact that buy and sell pressure determines the ultimate course of a chart or the ultimate course of price activity. So the Fed's news isn't going to change the fact that you don't have support anywhere near where we're trading at. We're overextended. We're going to show you right quick. Looking at a longer term 11-month chart of the NASDAQ, each one of these candlesticks being 1 day, you can see that you run up here on the slow starts, you run up here, you get overbought. All right, you see these conditions here, right, corresponding to these time periods here, okay? And this is when you fall down. This is your overbought condition here, all right? Down you go. Get over here, you look for the bounce, all right? There you go, all right? Back up here, start looking at this thing as being overbought. Look for that bearish divergence signal where you got high points starting to get lower and lower. You got one here, get that right there, and then a lower one right there, showing a downtrend right there. That's your bearish divergence. Look for that for the peaking signal. Here you go, right here. All right, makes perfect sense. And then you back down here, you bounce along there for a bit, and you bounce back up here over bot. Okay, you fall back down, so forth and so on. This is an old game we played a million times before. Here, all right, sell signal right here. Yeah, all right, there it goes. Now here we are again. We got a really big series of lower highs right here. In the same time period, all right, all of this is trending higher. That's another bearish divergence telling you this is not to be trusted. It's what that tells you whenever you see this is you can see it on the slow stocks, the RSI, and so on and so on. What you're seeing there is that the momentum behind the move is the hand supporting the move to the upside is decreasing. So if momentum to the upside decreases, what happens to the bottle rocket? Well, it starts to lose the momentum to the upside and eventually turns around and drops right back down to the floor. We've all seen it a million times. But right now, they're avoiding that based on we're waiting for the news Fed. So the news on the Fed. So when that news comes out and we figure out what they're going to do, you're going to get a little jerk to the upside, a little jerk to the downside, whatever happens. It doesn't really matter. It'll play out for a couple of weeks maybe, but at the end of the day, it's going to have to come back to reality and say, okay, buy pressure, support, where is that? Well, it's the low points here. All right, back here you were at 2100. You rallied up here. You had all kinds of gaps in there telling you this was a problematic situation on low volume. And she kept pushing, and then at the end of the day, ends up erasing all of it. All right, every single bit of it, just like we said they would. All right, how do we know that? Because it was a low volume rally to the upside, had lots of gaps in it, all the telltale signs that this is not a true rally. Here we are again, this time $1 lower than we were before. We're going to jump up here again, this time lower volume than previous, more gaps than previous, more sell signals across the board. You've got all kinds of inverted hammers here like you had back here at the same level. Nothing surprising there. Everything's identical, telling you the exact same thing. Let the Fed news play out. At the end of the day, all of this move to the upside is going to be erased. All right. Another thing to note. Okay, this RSI, when it gets above the 70 line, it's telling you extremely overbought, all right? Runs up here and hits it back there during a previous peak of the market, all right? Back down she goes, then up here again, just before the flash crash, you get this series here. You note this series of higher, lower highs telling you the same thing. Momentum's fading, look for it to break down. There she goes, all right? Then you get up here again. This time we're above the 70 line. Again, right now we closed at 70, 75. It means we're extremely overbought, which we can see from just the distance we've traveled away from the low point on the chart price activity. And at the same time, we're looking like we're within a couple of points of being absolutely making a new high over the flash crash highs. So back in the April highs. So what we got to do then is look at the RSI and say, okay, what's the high point here? Well, let's see, it's way up here, and the high point here is right there. So what we see is a series of lower highs showing momentum is fading. All right, we can do that from the longer term of these 2 points, or let me clear that up. Or from just the high point here and the lower high here, we can see it there as well, just like we did back here, okay? So all signs are telling us the same thing. Momentum is fading to the upside. Price activity may stay up there a little bit longer. It doesn't matter. It's not safe to be a buyer up there. Look for the entire thing to be erased. Very simple, very easy. Okay, you guys have heard me say it a million times that charts never lie. The reason that is because the charts are reflecting buy and sell pressure. That's it. Okay, if you look at these two pressures and you say one is stronger than the other, what's going to happen? You know the answer to that question. As long as you know which one's truly stronger, you know what's going to happen. It doesn't have to happen instantaneously, but the end result will be sell pressure will supersede buy pressure, and you know that selling is much greater, towers above everybody else that's buying. Okay, the true pressure in this market right now is selling. That's why you're getting these big jerks to the upside and then massive erase. Big jerk to the upside and then massive erase. Okay, look for this to be the peak of the markets. I expect the Fed news to be the best that they can do before she ends up erasing the thing and we see a major sell-off. If you've not been to our free website at perfectstockalert.com, it's right there. It's 100% free. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Also, we'd appreciate if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That helps us stay free, and we appreciate that. It doesn't cost you anything. A quick look at our website. We've just updated it for you. Okay, here we are on the perfectstockalert.com website. You can go right here, the video chart school. We got all kinds of videos there, over 50 different videos teaching you different technical analysis tricks and different tools you can use on your charts. Nightly market analysis right here. Research, the MPT rating gives you a projection of what we expect the market to do the following day. The Traders Forum, really cool forum full of really smart investors and traders, both bulls and bears, sharing their ideas for long opportunities or short opportunities in market analysis, so forth and so on. The main qualifier here is that anybody that posts there, we like them to post with some wisdom, some logic behind their reasoning, and that helps everybody learn, and we understand why someone's looking at something versus something else. It makes sense, and it's the best way to do it. Okay, also we have nightly scans you can find right there, and somebody asked us last weekend, does our video swing trading course cover anything for those who would be trading outside of the U.S.? Yes, the information that is in the video swing trading course is an education you don't want to miss. This thing here will teach you how to spot what I spot. Situations where you can make money hand over fist, and it's really powerful information. It's not something I can go into in just one video. It's got 6 different videos in the course. We email them to you. It's pretty cool, pretty simple. All right, a quick look at our disclaimer. The disclaimer, read it and weep. God bless, take care, and I will see you all in the next video.